What's up, everybody? Today I'm here with another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys the ultimate guide to Animal Company's new arena mode. These are going to be the top 5 tips, so let's get it. Okay, yeah, I already gave it feedback. We're going to load in for the blue team. Actually, why not red? Okay, when you spawn in, you're going to have 2 different weapon choices. This is tip number 1. The shotguns over here they aren't as good, I feel, for a couple reasons. So, I have my pistol here, I have my shotgun. Look at the fire ranges, like, rates per second. This goes a lot faster, and whenever they reload, pistol has 8 ammo. Well, meanwhile, shotgun only has 3 ammo. So, with both shotguns, that's only 6 ammo. Both pistols, that's 16 ammo. So that's a plus to have pistols too. And let's go up here real quick. So I'm gonna try aiming for that all right there. It's a lot easier to aim for it with that than that. And pistol ain't got knockback like the shotgun does. Look, pistol, no knockback. Shotgun, a lot of knockback. So, that's my first tip. I think you should probably go with the pistol. The shotgun probably does more damage per shot, but it's a lot harder to aim with, and it fires a lot slower than the pistol. So, I'd just go with the pistol, but if you really want, you can go with shotgun. For the next tip, you should probably use these. So, imagine like you get out of battle right now, you took some damage. You're gonna want to come over to some of this pink ore and mine it. It only takes about 3 or 4 to get back to full HP if you're at like 1 HP. And yeah, it's just a good idea to use health ores. And another tip number 3, you're gonna see these green ores sometimes. And what you're gonna want to do with the green ores is you're gonna want to mine them, obviously, and they give you different types of explosives, like the cluster grenade. These also have a really rare chance, like it's every like I think 10 ores, it can give you an RPG. And the reason I recommend like getting these ores when you can is because people probably aren't expecting you to be using explosives, like the Impulse, for example. It's a really good one. Like, if there's a bunch of people around you that are enemies, you could throw it down, and it'll pop them off the edge if you're close enough to the edge. That's why I just personally recommend using these, like, explosives and mining the green ores. And, like, for example, if you do end up getting the RPG, they're not going to be expecting that, and you can wipe out like their entire team if they're all up in a cluster together. Okay, for the next tip, I'm going to be showing you guys different roles or positions. So, my personal favorite position is goalkeeper. I'm really good at it. That's pretty much where you stand sort of behind your goal, strafing left to right, front and back, being aware and protecting your all's ores. I'm really good on blue team more specifically though, for goalie. Here's where you would probably play for blue team's goalie, probably around here, or if you want, up here. But the reason I don't recommend up there, you're not able to see inside your base as much as you are from down here. I'm gonna give you all a heads up, always be prepared if you guys are playing goalie, because people come down these left and right routes quite a bit, just kind of hiding once they know that you're there, and they will sneak up on your ores and mine them. So for the next position, I'm gonna be showing you guys, I think the sniper. Why not the sniper? Yeah. So the sniper has a few different positions around the map. You're gonna want to have a few different positions around the map if you play sniper, because once you snipe a few people, they're gonna know where your position is. So you're gonna want to have different positions to be able to switch to, if that makes sense. Like, up here. Oh, I fell. Normally I can get up there. That's a really good position to be sniping from, up there in the branches. But, okay, I'm gonna have to load into another game. But, yet again, people will know that you're there after you snipe them a few times. So, I do recommend not only having one position if you're gonna be a sniper to snipe from. Like, over here, really good position if you are really any team sniper. See, you can get on top of your base or their base and snipe them as they come out or as the other team comes out. You can just snipe them real quickly and easily. So that's one sniping position. That's another sniping position right there. I just wouldn't recommend it because you can very easily fall off. And here's another sniping position up here. There's actually a few over here. I don't normally play sniper, so I don't really do this too often. So I might fall a few times trying to get up here. Or you could go up to the top of that crane if you wanted to. We will be eventually getting new maps, Coda said, and a leveling thing, and a leveling system. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that tutorial. I'll probably leave one of those whenever they come out. Yeah, this is actually a really good spot, now that I think about it. And you can sort of, like, duck back if they find you. Like, after you take a few shots, duck back so they can't find you. Yeah, that's actually a really good spot. And there's one last for the final tip, tip number 5. Well, it's not the final tip. I'll give a few extra. But for tip number 5, I'm going to be showing you guys the next position. It is called the attacker, I guess you'd call it, or miner. So you're gonna imagine I just spawned in. Go over here. You're gonna need a few different routes, okay? And pretty much what I mean by routes is paths to take to get to their base as fast as possible. And probably as safely as possible, you'd probably want. So, imagine I do that. See, that is one of my routes to get over to their team's base real quickly. And pretty much as miner, all you really want to do is get over to their base and mine as many ores as possible. Sure, you can engage in combat if they're at their base trying to get you, but I wouldn't really recommend it. I'd recommend just going quickly for their ores, kind of like this. And here's what I kind of like to do. Imagine I just slid in, mine a few of their ores. Okay, and once they hear that, I like to go up here, get them. They'll come out, they usually come out to this side. I jump over them, get them, and then go back to mining, and then have a few different spots to camp at if, like, they do come back for me. Like, over here is actually a pretty good spot if you're on blue team to get the goalie. Because whenever I play goalie on the red team, I'm usually chilling over here. That's where I find most people are usually playing for goalie for red team. So that's a really good spot to sneak up on, or maybe that island. Because they're not really going to be looking over there too much. Or that bush. That's actually a really good place to sneak up on the red team's goalie. Okay, for some bonus tips, I'd like to say ways to not get burnt out, because you really don't want to get burnt out if you want to get good at a game. You're going to want to have as much sustainability as possible. And a few ways to do that is play with friends. Like, if you don't have friends that play Animal Company, I'd recommend just finding some in public lobbies. Or you could try joining my Discord. Maybe someone will be in there wanting to play some arena with you. I'll leave my Discord in the link in description. And yeah, that's really it. Practice, what's it called? Movement mechanics, really. Like, hop in a solo match, just, like, practice your position. For another bonus tip, just practice. Run some 1v1 scrims if you want. Doesn't really matter what type of, how many people do scrims with you. You could do a solo match just to practice and get like game mechanics down. Yeah, I have to explain the watch too. Okay, so with the watch, you're gonna have these two lines, right? They are going to be each team's amount of ore left, if that makes sense. So let me show you what I mean by that. So like, you see all red team's ore right here, okay? Their red line is fully filled up. Mine one of those, it takes it down a bit. That shows how many ores are left at that base. My watch is a little glitched out right now because there's still a little red. That shows you how many ores are left at their base for you to mine. And it's same for blue line too. If you're like on red team, you'd go over to blue team's ore and mine it, and their line would go down. So yeah, so like if the time runs out, it's just the game's just gonna take whichever team has the most ore on, and they're gonna say that's the winner. So I do recommend paying attention to that at times, and the timer. Something some people might not understand as much is this number right here on this side of the watch, the left side, that's the amount of kills you have. The number on the right side of the watch is the number of deaths you have. You want more kills than deaths, but it doesn't really matter too much how many kills you get in a match, as long as you guys win. So, yeah. I guess that's about it. I've seen that some people have a lot more health than 110, but I'm not sure how that works. I've heard different things on it. Comment down below if you know how that works, because I'm not sure. And, yeah, practice, play with friends, and, yeah, I think that's about it. So, yeah, like, subscribe, comment down below if you know how to get more HP, and peace.